Here are the answers to some of the frequently asked questions about motorcycle helmet safety and Snell Foundation. Who is Snell and what is the Snell Foundation? William Pete Snell was the Racer of the Year when he died needlessly in a 1956 Sports Car Club of America racing event. His then state-of-the-art helmet, made of leather and pressed cardboard paper, didn't protect him. The following year, in memory of Pete, a number of his friends, colleagues, and fellow racers, including Dr. George Snively, formed the Snell Memorial Foundation, now known as Snell Foundation. Its purpose was to set helmet performance standards to encourage the development and use of truly protective helmets. Why wear Snell-certified helmet? A helmet buyer can quickly judge a helmet for style and price. Wearing a helmet for 10 minutes will help choosing a helmet with good size and comfort. But it is much more difficult to determine which helmet provides the most protection. A helmet is a safety equipment. When your skill and experience could not help you avoid a crash, when your helmet is the only thing between your head and a violent collision, it matters which helmet you have on your head. Snell Foundation tests thousands of helmets every year to find out which helmets can provide the best protection through the most current technology and material. Snell certification points out those helmets that pass rigorous tests, and the Snell certification label inside the helmet lets you know that your helmet will perform its most important function. Protect your head when all your judgment, skill, and luck have failed to keep you from harm. What are the main difference between Snell, DOT, and ECE motorcycle helmets? Snell is an independent, third-party, non-profit helmet standard and testing organization serving public safety interest for over 65 years. Both DOT and ECE are government minimal standards that rely mostly on helmet manufacturers to police themselves. Voluntary Snell standards are the most stringent for impact protection. After passing certification testing, every Snell helmet model in the retail market is randomly purchased and tested continuously at Snell Lab to ensure premium protection. Riders can call Snell to verify each Snell-certified helmet by model and size, or visit the Snell website. Depending on the helmet size, Snell-certified helmets provide 40% to 80% more impact protection than DOT and ECE helmets. For detailed information, please look up comparison chart on the Snell website. All governmental standards represent minimal requirements. Impact testing requirements in the DOT standard have higher criteria than those in ECE 22.06 standard. But DOT has a limited ability to check helmets in the market and allows helmet manufacturers to certify their own helmets. Snell M2025D and M2025R certified helmets remain the most protective motorcycle helmets available, tested by a non-profit and independent organization. Besides having the toughest standards, what other advantages are in Snell-certified helmets? Snell is experienced. Snell has been setting standards and testing helmets since the late 1950s. Snell is independent. By policy, Snell's directors and staff members take no financial interest or employment with the helmet industry, nor do they accept any gifts. Snell is capable. The Snell Laboratory submits to regular audits and has been accredited to ISO laboratory standards since the late 1990s. Snell is more demanding than any of the current national and international standards for motorcycle helmets. We look for all the protection a rider might reasonably wear. Since even this level of protection might not be enough, surely no rider ought to wear any less. Snell certification is more than high standards. It is testing. Helmets are certified only after meeting all test requirements at the Snell Lab. Then, samples of certified helmets sold to consumers are bought randomly from retailers for more compliance testing. Snell-certified helmets provide high impact management and premium head protection. How can you tell a helmet is Snell certified, and where is the Snell certification label? You may see Snell or Snell approved on the outside helmet shell. usually next to the DOT and helmet model name label. In every Snell-certified helmet you should find a certification label, often under the comfort padding. Each Snell standard label has a barcode, a different color for various standards, and the year the standard becomes effective. Without the certification label, the helmet is not part of the Snell certification program and does not have the confidence of the Snell Foundation. You can find illustrations of these labels on the Snell website. Snell updates the list of certified helmets daily. Please report any claims or false advertisements to Snell. Why should you replace your helmet every 5 years? Unused helmets stored in good condition do not automatically expire after 5 years. Replacing helmets every 5 years is a judgment call based on testing helmets used by the California Highway Patrol by Dr. George Snively. Wear and tear. The simple act of putting on and taking off helmets damage the comfort pads and energy-absorbing foam liner over time. Helmets with worn-out pads are at least 1 to 2 sizes larger than helmets in new condition. A poorly fitted helmet makes it more likely that the helmet will shift too much or even come off the head during a crash impact. For these reasons, Snell recommends replacing helmet after 5 years of normal use. Why should you replace your helmets after a fall? Unlike sport helmets that are designed to take multiple low impacts, Snell-certified helmets are all crash helmets that work well in managing severe impact shock in only one accident. The crushable helmet liner absorbs the impact shock by collapsing itself. Such damaged helmet cannot protect the brain the second time. Why do racing associations upgrade requirement for the newest Snell standards? Snell recommends the latest Snell standards to all consumers who need head protection. Each association, racetrack, and event establishes unique rules for safety equipment use by its members and participants. Most of these organizers require the use of helmets meeting the current or the immediate previous Snell standards. For example, the current motorcycle helmet standard is M2025. M2025 and M2000 certified helmet are both allowed now in most racing events. So why aren't all helmets certified by Snell? DOT and ECE are law of the land for motorcycle helmets sold in the U.S. and in European Union countries. Although government standards are required, they also are the minimal standards. Snell standards demand the highest premium protection that current technology and materials can offer. Snell standards are voluntary. Many of the best helmet manufacturers decide to design and make helmets to Snell standards because many consumers seek out Snell-certified helmets. Why are there 2 Snell requirements for motorcycle helmets, M2025D and M2025R? The main reason for 2 Snell standards is that there are 2 significantly different mandatory helmet standards. DOT requirements apply throughout much of North America, while ECE demands apply in Europe and many other parts of the world. However, each of these 2 government standards falls far short of demanding all the protection current helmet technology can reasonably provide. Snell standards seek to make up this shortfall. Snell M2025. D looks for all the protection that might be built into a helmet that would still meet DOT. Snell M2025R looks for all the protection reasonably possible for a helmet which might still meet ECE standard. DOT and ECE 2206 are sufficiently different that the best response to one is a little different than the best response to the other. If Snell didn't have to work within these mandatory government demands, a single Snell standard would do. But, the constraints being what they are, Snell has instead called out test requirements and criteria that allow the best fit between those of the mandatory test minimums and the best helmet we think currently possible. How do you test a helmet? All Snell-certified helmets go through the toughest tests at the Snell lab that is accredited to the ISO 17025 general requirements for the competence of testing and calibration laboratories. A lot of expensive equipment in the Snell lab is maintained and calibrated for repeatable and reliable testing by experienced Snell test technicians. There are various destructive and non-destructive tests to evaluate helmets, such as visual field clearance, buckle systems, face shield penetration, and many more. The most critical test is the impact test that a helmeted test head form crashes on different impact surfaces. You can see it for yourself by visiting the Snell lab or watching testing videos at the Snell website. How do I choose the best motorcycle helmet for myself? First, start out with trying on a Snell-certified full-face helmet. All Snell-certified helmets provide the same level of premium protection for the brain. If for some reason you will not wear a full-face helmet, there are several Snell-certified open-face three-quarter helmet models that offer the same brain injury prevention capacity as Snell-certified full-face helmets. The next step down is DOT full-face and three-quarters open-face helmets. You should understand that by choosing a DOT helmet, you are giving up 40% to 80% of impact protection, comparing with any Snell-certified helmets. Snell does not recommend half helmets because those helmets are inadequate for injury prevention. How do I know whether a new motorcycle helmet is a good fit for me? First, you should try a few helmet models to find one that feels most comfortable and snug all the way around the head. To check if the helmet is too big, you should buckle the strap and try to pull the lower back of the helmet forward and then push the front brow area of the helmet backward to see if the helmet will slip off either way. If it does, the helmet is too large. A new motorcycle helmet should fit very snugly. Most people buy a new motorcycle helmet one size too big. To make sure the helmet is not too small, you should leave the helmet on your head for at least 5 to 10 minutes to see if there is any pressure point and discomfort. Some helmet models have exchangeable cheek pads for better fit. Should I buy helmet online directly? Wherever possible, you should try on a helmet for 5 to 10 minutes before buying a helmet to ensure proper fitting and size. Your favorite manufacturer may have changed the structure and design of the popular model in the same size that used to fit you. What should I do to take care of my motorcycle helmet? Follow manufacturer's instructions. Do not place your helmet so that any hard object, such as the motorcycle mirror or handlebar, can damage the inner foam liner of the helmet. Don't place your helmet close to high heat, such as a muffler, that could melt the inside of the foam liner. Only use mild soap water to clean the inside pads. Never use any chemical cleaning products for the inside or outside of your helmet. Never repaint your helmet with paints that are not authorized by the manufacturer. I dropped my helmet. Do I have to buy a new helmet? Generally speaking, the answer is probably not. If your helmet drops to the ground from your hand, off a seat or handlebar of a motorcycle, you do not have to replace it. In general, the real damage comes when the helmet contacts an object with a head inside. However, helmets are one-use items, so treat them with care. Frequent dropping or spiking a helmet on any hard surfaces may eventually degrade the helmet's performance. Similarly, if the helmet falls to the ground at highway speeds unoccupied, damage to the helmet may degrade its protective capability. Snell recommends that if you are participating in an activity that requires helmet use, you should pay attention whenever you're head hitting things. Without a thorough inspection by a trained professional, it can be difficult to determine if a helmet has been damaged and its protective capabilities compromised. Some manufacturers may provide this service or direct you to others that can perform these inspections. If you suspect your helmet may be compromised, Snell recommends that you replace it. If the helmet has been involved in an impact while in use, replace it. Even good helmets cannot provide adequate protection the second time. How about aftermarket accessories such as camera and audio equipment? Snell only certifies helmets as they leave the helmet manufacturing factory. Any additional installation of aftermarket accessories can invalidate the Snell certification. If you choose to install aftermarket accessories, Make sure it is done properly by knowledgeable and experienced professionals. Why wear a helmet? Many enjoyable activities involve head injury risks. Brain injuries can lead to loss of life quality and even life itself. Helmets are proven measures to prevent and reduce such risks effectively. Snell encourages everyone to wear a helmet while bicycling, motorcycling, auto racing, skating, skiing, horseback riding, and harness racing. Snell certified helmets for various activities provide the best head protection available to the public. How do helmets work to prevent brain injury? Imagine yourself in a car crash. Without a seatbelt, your body will keep moving until it impacts the windshield or the dashboard. Such impact is the sudden stop that is harmful to the brain. Unlike damaged arms and legs, brain injuries can be life-threatening and there is no way to put a seatbelt on the brain inside our head. A good helmet acts like a skillful driver applying a braking force, like a few taps on the brake to slow down the car before a full stop, giving your head and brain inside the helmet a little more time to come to a gentler stop. The thickness and density of the foam inside a helmet provides 5 to 6 milliseconds of time for the brain to slow down. The hard shell in motorcycle and auto racing helmets spread the impact to a larger area of the foam, so that the helmet can manage even more severe shock to prevent brain injuries. Together, the hard shell and crushable foam liner give the brain more time and distance to slow down and prevent brain injuries. Please watch videos about how helmet works to prevent brain injury on the Snell website. Do Snell certified helmets cost more? Snell does not make or sell helmets. Snell only tests helmets and awards certifications to those that pass. Helmet manufacturers and retailers set prices. Helmet price is not an indication of protective capacity. Snell certified helmets are available in almost every price range. Building consistently protective performance into a helmet does cost money. Other features such as comfort, fitting, and graphic design also contribute to helmet price. Good manufacturers focus their spending on quality control, design, and development. Snell certification is your best assurance that the manufacturer has made and continues to make this investment in your safety. What is Snell's income source? And what does Snell do with the money? Snell is really funded by helmet users who look for and buy Snell certified helmets. Snell tests helmets for public safety and publishes a certified helmet list to inform the public. Each helmet maker that voluntarily submits helmets to Snell pays the same price for testing service. Manufacturers also pay for the Snell certification label that goes into every certified helmet. Both the certified helmet list and testing fees are posted on the Snell website. Snell spends most of its income on operating the certification and testing programs. There is regular operating costs such as rent and staff, as well as maintenance on its test facility in California, equipment calibration, repair and replacement, and all the other expenses associated with operating a nonprofit business. Every Snell certified helmet sold is a vote of confidence on what we do. As long as there is enough funding for the Snell lab to keep testing and certifying helmets, the public does not have to rely on manufacturers' advertisement as the only source of product information. As a nonprofit organization, Snell staff and board members cannot have any financial interest in helmet manufacturing. Any extra funding resources does not go into private or individual pockets. It is used for the Foundation's education program, to keep consumers informed, and its research program on latest science and technology to make helmets safer. Thank you for listening and your support of Snell's mission to reduce and prevent head and brain injuries.